Hello, my name is April and welcome to the Yoga Ranger Studio and welcome to your practice. Our practice today focuses on post-run recovery. So right after your run, there's some short yin stretches that you can do to kind of help recover a little bit better, a little bit faster, and a little bit more effectively and safely. So this practice is all about that. All you're going to need is a couple of props here, a block and a strap or a rope or a belt or something to help you take the leg out to the side. So we're going to start with some basic ankle stretches. So I want to point out that a lot of these poses are going to be held a little bit shorter than what you're normally used to in a yin class, but that's because we're doing post-run recovery. You don't want to overdo it. So we're going to start with our toe flip. Everybody's favorite pose. Take those toes, flip them over. Use your hands if you need to. Now here you can either stay on your fingertips, if that's a lot for you, or you can begin to sit back. Now everybody's toes are going to be different. Some people's are going to flip all the way down to the floor where they're going to be back, and that's just your personal mobility. Mine do not do that, and that's okay too. Take some nice deep breaths. So at any point you get this a little overwhelming, you can always take the fingers back down to the floor, or you can sit your weight a little bit more heavily on there. This is a great stretch for the bottoms of the feet, the ankles, the toes. Settle into your breath for this practice. And begin to kind of wind yourself down from your run. Just a couple more breaths here. Gently start to lean forward. Tap those toes along the floor. Then we're going to bring the feet together, lean back, and come to kind of a garland pose. So the toes are side by side. And this is going to be for your Achilles tendon. So you can either lean back further or come forward more. But the more you lean back, the more you're going to stretch the hips, the glutes, the back of the ankles. One more deep breath. And coming back onto hands and knees. Flip those toes over and come into child's pose. So take your knees a little bit wider, but not super wide, and just walk your hands out just for about a minute here. Just one more deep inhale and exhale. And start to come up. Bring those knees together and we're going to come into an ankle stretch. So you can stay right here, seated back on, it works for me, seated back on your ankles. Or you can start to tilt back, lift those knees off the floor, keeping the hands on either side, or you can bring your hands to your heart. Keeping a mobile ankle will really keep you a lot safer and make your run much better for your body overall. Remember that the thing that impacts the ground first is going to be your foot, so taking care of your ankle and your feet, ankles and feet, will really help your run be better long term. Just about 3 more deep breaths. Drop those knees down, lean forward again onto hands and knees, and just wiggle those feet around, tap the toes on the floor if that feels good. Then we're going to come all the way down onto our backs. So start with hugging that right knee into the chest. Take the hand behind the knee. Walk that left leg out just a little bit. Circle the ankle. Point and flex the toes. Keeping that mobility. Waving side to side. I'm going to do like a little mini kind of stretch and go here. So you're going to inhale. Reach up, point the toes. Exhale, come down. Inhale, point. Nice and soft and smooth. Exhale, down. 3 more. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Not really strength, just kind of keeping that tissue moving a little bit after your run. And here we're going to take our strap, unroll it, wrap it around the ball of the right foot. Take one hand on either end of the strap. Take that right foot up to the ceiling. Flex the toes, but let them relax there. So you're going to use the strap to kind of keep that flexion there. It is more important to kind of keep that leg a little bit soft, but sort of a straighter leg. Just hang out here for some breaths. It's working into the hamstrings now and the hips. Let your shoulders soften down to the floor. Take that strap off of that leg. You're going to bring that knee into the chest. This time you're going to take that hand to the inside, grab hold of the outside of the foot, and come into half happy baby. So use a little arm power here, biceps and triceps, to kind of pull that knee down closer to the floor, flex the toe strongly. A few more deep breaths. Yin would refer to this as half straddle pose, or half stirrup pose, I'm sorry. Go and release that leg down. And check in with the next one. Hands behind the knee. Pull that leg in. You're going to circle the ankle, point and flex the toes. Maybe swivel side to side like you're waving. And that same little flow here, you're going to inhale, point the toes, stretch up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Nice and gentle. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Just 2 more of these. Nice, slow, not really forced. Helping everything kind of wind down. Here again, we're going to take that strap, wrap it around the ball of the left foot this time. Take that foot straight up. We're going to use the strap to give us that flexion in the ankle. Settle the shoulders down to the floor. Keep a little softness in the knee. We don't need to press so far back. Just one more minute here. Trying to help everything from kind of tightening up and seizing up after a run. This is a great cool down to help everything stay mobile and comfortable after your run. Take the strap off, bring that knee into the chest, reach inside and grabbing it for half happy baby, half stirrup pose. Using your biceps and triceps to pull that foot down, flex the toe strongly, get a little hip stretch here as well. One more deep inhale and exhale. Releasing that leg down. And here we're going to grab hold of that block. Use that for our next pose. So you're going to take our block and you're going to lift your hips and you're going to put it either on the second highest height or the highest height. And you're going to place it where you feel really secure here because you're going to shift a little bit. So take it down maybe a little bit lower so it supports your sacrum, your lower back, a little bit further down. You're going to take that left leg and walk it out, heel down, toes up. So start to feel that stretch in the front side of the body, the front of the hip flexors. You can either stay here, or you can go ahead and bring that right knee into your chest, hand behind the knee or in front of it. Just about one more minute here. Maybe allow gravity to pull that knee in a little bit closer, not really forcing it, but allowing gravity to kind of let it happen. Go ahead and release that right leg down. Here you're going to switch, taking that right leg out. Bring that left knee into your chest or keep the knee bent. Feel that stretch in the whole right hip flexor. Here again, you can take your hands behind your knee if that's more comfortable for your knees. Just about one more minute. Start to release that leg. Take both legs out straight. Just take about 5 breaths here. Go ahead and start to bend those knees, bring those feet flat. You're going to press through the feet, lift up, take the block out from underneath, and go ahead and come all the way down onto your back. Take a couple of breaths here. Then we're going to take supine shoelace. So cross that right leg over that left. Go ahead and bring the knees into the chest. Grab whatever feels most comfortable for you. That could be your feet, your shins, your knees, whatever that is. Just one more minute here. Go ahead and release those legs. Keep the crossing. Take the arms out to the side, shift the hips over to the right, drop those knees over to the left for a twist. Turn and look over your right shoulder. Turn your head back to center. Bring those knees back through the middle. Unwind. Drop those knees together for a breath or two. And then we're going to switch sides, taking that left leg over that right. Supine shoelace on this side. Hugging those knees in. You can grab hold of whatever works on this side. Feet, ankles, shins. Keep those legs crossed, release them down. Arms out to the side, palms up. Shift the hips over to the left. This time dropping those knees over to the right. Turn and look over that left shoulder or look straight up. Start to turn your head back to center, engage your core, bring those knees back through the middle. Unwind, take those knees, drop them together, feet wide, hands to your belly. Settle in for Shavasana here. Scanning down through the body and kind of releasing those last bits of tension in the muscle. Smoothing out the breath, allowing the body to soften and release. And walk those feet a little closer together. Hug the knees into the chest. Bring your nose to your knees, knees to your nose. And then gently release, roll over to your right side. Take a breath or two on your right side. And make your way all the way up to a seat. Eyes closed or open, palms up or down onto your knees. On your next exhale, drop those fingertips down to the floor. Inhale, sweep the hands all the way up, palms together. Exhale, hands to heart. Peace and namaste. Thank you for joining me for this practice. I hope you enjoyed it. This is a great post-workout recovery too if you're working on leg day in particular, helping the hamstrings, quads, front of the hip flexors, and glutes really kind of come back into alignment. Help kind of prevent some of that post-workout pain that we have. And I know I've had that when I worked out really, really hard and everything kind of locked up a little bit. This probably would have helped. If you enjoyed this practice, please like and comment right down below. And if you are not a subscriber, please click that subscribe button over to your right side. Join me each Thursday morning for a brand new practice here on YouTube. If you are interested in looking for more practices like this and others, longer practices exceeding 45 minutes up to 90 minutes, I also have a lot more of those, as well as live calls, get-togethers, a private Facebook community, and lots of extras on my member site. The link is down below and up above. Would love to have you join me there. There's a free 7-day trial for you to kind of take a look around and see what you think. The link is theyogaranger.vhx.tv. Easy to find, easy to remember. I hope to see you there. If not there, then here again on YouTube. Have a great week.